if you write it down what you want, you're gonna get it, because your mind's always thinking about it. You gotta put people like people say they don't get what they want, but they don't know what they're looking for first.
Thank you. Not enough people understand that. I think goals and an understanding of what you want allows you to do that. Some people say they like kind of like floating or like not really know what's going on, but then I'm also like, I hate wasting time. That's always like why I'm moving 100 miles per hour. But I like being able to know what I can do, the abilities I have to do that, and then just like furthering that and being able to build off that. And that's why I believe in mind over matter. Like, a lot of the accomplishments I've had is because I said I can do it. Like, there's really nothing stopping me from being able to do this.
Welcome to Keeping It Real. Why is your name spelled the way it's spelled?
Okay.
It
First
confuses
of all,
me.
let me tell you something about my family, okay? First of all, I'm the only one out of my 3 siblings, so there's 4 of us. I'm the only one without a middle name.
Why?
Because no one likes me. And then
Wait, what are you in the order of siblings?
So I have my older sister who's like, we have the same mom and dad, and then I have 2 half brothers who have a different mom.
So you're just kind of like forgotten about in the middle.
No, because I'm 11. When was he born? 2012. What year is it? 2021. I'm 10 or / 9 years older than my brother, so not really.
Yeah.
I have younger sibling syndrome. Is that what it's called?
No,
Yeah, it
I
is.
don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, youngest. Well, what order are you in?
I'm the youngest. My sister's only 2 years older than me though, and that's it.
So there's only 2 of you? Yeah, there's only 2 of me for a very long time. But
Oh, I get what you're saying. So like you weren't used to having like younger kids around.
Yeah, and I'm not around them that much anyway. So.
Yeah.
But my name is spelled the way it is because that's just how they pronounced it in their head and put it on paper that way.
Really?
Yes, and they claim my name is after an African queen, but I think they were just kind of BSing me. And my sister.
Dude, you never look it up?
I did look it up, and it means strength, I think.
That's what I like to hear.
I have a lot of strength.
Then why don't you have a middle name?
I don't have a middle name because my last name is, so it's like Makella Houdagba, and my mom says that giving me a middle name is just too much to write when you're doing documentation, so she was doing me a favor.
Fair enough. I mean, she's not wrong in a sense.
She's not wrong.
Oh, I think I'm recording in the wrong way.
Was this expensive?
Nah, it was like, I think this was the most expensive thing. This is like $50, and then this was like $35, and then that light my sister gave me, and then that tripod I got off of Amazon for.
So the setup is like $200.
$150 if that.
$150.
Why? What would you use for your podcast?
I would just talk to my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of wish I just started doing that because I got the mic and everything first, and then did them. And then I used I started messing around with the app on your phone and stuff like that, and it honestly doesn't sound like that much different.
Yeah, I used Anchor. I used Anchor podcast, and I just recorded on there, and then it uploads right away.
Do you have to pay for it?
No. It's free.
Nice, solid. And you do them alone?
The only episode I ever had anyone on was my sister, so yeah, I do them alone.
I don't know how you do that. I tried to do my first episode alone, talking to the mic, and I could not. I could not think of what to say. I could not. Like, I needed someone there to bounce ideas off of.
Interesting, because I don't know if I would like other. Oh, that sounds wrong.
Are you an introvert or extrovert, you think?
I'm an extrovert.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm the same. Then
I'm very bold.
How are you able to do it alone then?
I love talking about myself.
Really? You don't need someone there?
No.
That's the thing is I don't really like, I like talking and I like saying something like new to someone, but other than that I like listening for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
I like rambling. Like, I just, like, have a lot of things in my head, so I like saying them out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I'm ever upset about something, the only way I can get over it is if I'm talking.
Well,
So,
yeah,
like, I'll talk to myself. Like, I like hearing my own voice, I think.
You talk out loud to yourself, and it will be, like, you'll be okay?
Yeah.
Really?
Because I think it's, like, I try to have conversations with myself, and if I hear what I want to hear, that's how I know it's the right thing to do. Like, I'm not just spitting wrong ideas.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Because that's how I'll really feel.
I kind of, and if I'm upset or something like that, I'll write it down. I won't say it out loud. You know what I'm saying? But like before that.
Do you journal?
Yeah. Why do you?
No. Wait, yes. Yes and no.
I mean, what do you classify as journal? I just write it like once a day.
Oh, no. I don't do it like once a day. Like when I'm really like, I've had this diary I've had for like 10 years.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
And it's just like when random things, not random things, but like when big things I want to tell my diary about, I'll write in it. Or I'll be like, here's an update.
I'll just kind of like reflect on my day and then say like, sometimes I'll get in these modes where like I can't, like there's certain things I want to do every day, but sometimes like a schedule basically, like regimented, but sometimes I can't keep up with it. So, or like I don't do exactly what I set out to do. So I'll write down when I miss it, and I'll write down like what I want to do the next day, because it'll just keep reminding me like what the goal is. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes like when I get lazy with it, like I'll just write what I want to be doing down, because then it will make me think about it more and like see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And hopefully it will like break me out of it quicker.
I wanted to start journaling, so I bought this journal. I don't know if it's classified as journaling, but it's a book, and it was called Burn After Writing. Mm-hmm. But the whole like first section of the book is about your past, and I was like, this is too much.
Yeah.
So I had to like skip through it a little.
I don't like to look about the past. It is what it is. It already happened. Nothing you could do about it. You can learn from it, but...
That's interesting. I overthink a lot, so I think about the past a lot.
If I'm overthinking, it's about the future. I never think about the past. Like, it never crosses my mind. Like, if I feel bad about doing something, like, I'll just drop it so easily. You know what I'm saying?
I'm really secure and confident in my future. I'm not really worried. I'm worried about more immediate future than I am about, like, long term.
Yeah.
So I'm always like kind of annoyed about the past because I feel like I could have changed it.
Do you believe like everything happens for a reason?
Oh, 100%. It's worked out a lot of that times for me. Like if one thing didn't happen, I wouldn't be somewhere.
Because you perceive it as like bad things in the moment, but then when you look back at it, you're like, shit, that kind of needed to happen for me to learn this or do this or be here. You know, I'm always pretty happy where I am, so I don't think about the past. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always glad to be where I am.
See, my friend, should I say her name? You know what? She'll love to listen to this. My friend Serena, we have these conversations all the time, and she does the same thing. She doesn't think about the past because she's always kind of like living in the moment and like happy and secure in her moment right now. She may be stressed about the future or whatever, but she's in the moment. I don't think I'm ever really in the moment.
Why not?
I think I'm just like...
You always thinking?
I'm like always moving at 100 miles per hour. I'm always moving very fast. And that's why like with COVID, like it just kind of stopped me. So I realized that I don't really like the present. I don't know why.
You don't like it or you're just not there?
I don't think I'm there.
Yeah. Do you ever meditate?
No. I tried meditating once because I have insomnia, so I can't fall asleep. Mm-hmm. But I did too much thinking.
That's what meditating really is. I think what I do is just sit there and let my brain do what it wants to do. Like, let it get through all the thoughts. Let it get through everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll try to breathe and concentrate on my breath, but if I start going down, like, a rabbit hole of thoughts, I'll just let it go and get it out. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, if I don't, like, it's going to stay there. It's going to stay in my head. And if you think about it before you sleep every night, like, you have insomnia, so you definitely know this. When you're sleeping, you have to go through a string of thoughts before you can fall asleep. You can't just close your eyes and go to bed unless you're, like, intoxicated or exhausted, you know?
I usually sleep at the point of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think I do know, yeah. I try to relax. I try to calm myself down.
Yeah. Do you think, like, what do you think causes your insomnia?
I'm always moving at 100 miles per hour. Like, I'm never at... I see a lot of tweets where people are like, I'm never at peace. And then I think to myself, I don't think I'm ever at peace.
Like?
I'm never just, like, taking a breath or taking a moment.
Are you grateful for things?
I am one of the... Oh, wait. that sounds egotistical, but I am one of the most grateful persons. Like, I'm so grateful for my life and the things I have, especially like where my parents have come from and like what life could be. I'm very grateful for all the things I have and all the things I can experience, the opportunities, the places I've been. I just think it's so incredible, like the life I can live and the life I do live. But I think I'm just always wanting more.
Well, yeah, I feel that's like a natural human behavior to always want more, to always want bigger. Like that's why as a species we kind of continue to innovate and stuff like that. But to really get in the moment for me, I really begun to like become grateful for all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like COVID taught me that though. I don't think I would have learned that without COVID, because it took me away from everything I associated myself with and like took me to just what I truly was, and I felt like a piece of shit, and like I was a piece of shit, like I wasn't doing anything. And now like looking back from where I was, like every day, even on like days I have bad moods and stuff like that, I'm just thankful for like how like I do try to make myself better every day. You know what I'm saying? Like I do feel like I'm a better version of myself every day, you know? Like I'm always progressing, and just that idea of continuously progressing, like it makes me grateful to like, makes me happy enough, like makes me, even on bad days, like I'm happy to be sad, because then I know like it's gonna come up from here. You know what I'm saying? And like when I'm happy, I just bask in that. You know what I'm saying?
I do. That was really inspiring.
Thanks. But I don't like, as of lately, like it's been like I pay attention to the little things. Once it gets littler for me, it feels bigger, deep, like inside. You know what I'm saying? Like conversations with like your parents and stuff like that, and like aunts and uncles and your sister or your siblings if you have them, and then close friends and not close friends. You know what I'm saying? Like I think, like we were saying, everything happens for a reason. I think it happens like down to the smallest, down to the T, to the point where like this is happening for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a gift to give me, I have a gift to give you, and that's why we're both here. You know what I'm saying?
In the present, because the present is a gift.
Exactly. So that's kind of like, I don't know. My friend Pat, he always is like, dude, why do you like people so much? Like because he's very introverted, I'm very extroverted, and I'll say like, because there truly is like something you can learn from everybody, and like
I agree. I think everyone has something to offer.
And like intelligence comes in so many forms. Like there's really no true definition of like intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be talking to someone and they'll know something about literally like Pokemon cards or like comedy or something, like, but then they'll be bad at school, or they'll be not street smart, or they won't have social cues, but they'll have this. Like everybody has something. Another thing for me is I really try to understand people's humor, because if you think about it, everybody knows what's going to make themselves laugh, and I think everybody deep down thinks they're funny themselves, and if you can think like that towards them, then everybody's funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it comes down to it and you can think like that person, everybody you ever interact with could be funny. I don't think there's like funny people. I think you just need to get the person, and then once you get their humor, like, I think that really teaches me a lot too. I learn a lot through humor and comedy. It's like one of my mechanisms.
That was so interesting. Everything you just said was so interesting. I'm a very curious person, so when someone knows a lot about something, like one of my really good friends, one of my best friends, she's a gymnast. She's like a D1 gymnast. She's like level 10. She's been doing gymnastics since whatever.
I just want to check this because sometimes crazy shit happens. We're good.
And I loved like learning about things, and then like when all that stuff about like the gymnasts and the Olympics and like the organization and how effed up it is, I was like, how do you feel about this? And we just had such a good conversation about it, and like we watched the documentaries, and then that guy, he's in prison, thank God, and just like all the different things.
What are you talking about exactly?
I think his name is Larry.
Was he a coach?
He was he was a physical therapist. And he worked for like the Olympics and like the Olympic teams, and then some gyms.
And he was getting touchy?
Yeah. Not touchy, like in it. He would have like home visits and have the girls over, and the girls didn't talk about it because they thought it was normal. He would say to like like this is kind of graphic, but like to take care of like if your ankle hurts, he's gonna go inside you and he's gonna like touch you, and like that's how they thought, because at the end of the visit their pain went away because obviously he did actually end up touching the ankle. But when you're that little, you're just like,
How you? Oh, I thought you were talking about like adults.
no, actually it would be adults too. Like the girls were like 17, 13, 9, 6, all different ages. Like he had access to every level of gymnasts.
That's fucking nuts.
And I just liked learning about all of that because I was like, I don't like learning about that, but I was like curious because you kind of think to yourself like, sometimes why do bad things happen? Mm-hmm. Like why do people get away with bad things for so long? And you have to see it from everyone's perspective. Yeah. Like you have to see it from Larry's perspective. He had access to so many things and people loved him. They loved, parents invited him over for like dinner, and like he was
if he's getting good like positive reinforcement for it too, like how is he going to tell? Yeah. Like how does he know he's doing something wrong, I guess?
Yeah. His gymnast would go on to win gold medals at the Olympics. Like people are gonna be like, oh my God, thank you, Larry Nassar, like you're amazing. Yeah. Can't wait to have you back next year. But these girls are actually just going through constant pain.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's just so fucked. I always think about like that and like serial killers, and like do they think they're doing the right thing or do they know they're doing the wrong thing?
I think it's power. I think power really does a lot to people and how they think. If you have the ability to access power and continue to gain power, you're going to do whatever you want to get there, especially if it's working. If nothing bad is happening, you're going to keep doing it. Yeah. Or if you know if something's bad is going to happen, you can get away with it later down the line. So I think that's like, it's just point. Power.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I guess like they know it's wrong. Like if you were to try to do something horrible like that, you couldn't probably, because it would feel wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like do you think it like they ignore that feeling or they don't have that feeling?
I think they don't have that feeling because I feel really guilty about really little things. Like I get extremely guilty and I feel so bad and it's on my mind for so long. And some people are like, meh. Yeah. Like, I'm like, how are you not stressed out about that? Like I would hate getting yelled at by teachers, and like I loved all my teachers. I had such good relationships. If I did like one bad thing, like this one time after a basketball game.
You're about to say something that's not even bad.
It's not that bad, but it's like kind of annoying. Like why are you doing that? After a basketball game, we just won against like the number 1 seed in our division.
Turn me up.
After like they've been undefeated for like 3 years, so we won against them, and we're like our school like.
You're about to fucking sell it.
Our team was like bad, yeah. So I was excited, and everyone was leaving to go to Dairy Queen after the game, and I raced a car. Raced a car in the parking lot, and I cut off my principal. Oh. And like I have a really good relationship with my principal too. So like the next day he was like, Makella, come over here, and I was like, oh, what's up? And he was like,
did you not know at the time that was
him? Didn't know it was him. I was so happy. And well, I'm also a speed demon. I love speeding. That's not okay. The court doesn't know that. The police don't know that. Well, they do actually. I got an 87 and 55.
That's ridiculous. You're gonna you're gonna hurt yourself.
One day.
Just don't do it.
I don't speed anymore because I'm on probation.
What are you in a fucking rush for? Just drive the speed limit.
Well, what's the point of cars being able to go to 120 if you can't?
On the highway.
I was on the highway.
You said an 85 and a 35.
87 and a 55.
Oh, I thought you said 35.
No, that's like criminal.
Yeah.
Well, what I did was criminal too.
But yeah, cars go that fast. I guess you have a good point.
I got really guilty after though. He was like, I have cameras, like, you shouldn't do that. And I felt so bad.
And then after, like, it was okay in your head, it's still wrong though?
It was like for 2 weeks I felt so bad.
I do that shit sometimes too. Actually, everyone I panic about something that's not real, and then when I find out it's not real, I'll be fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But
I make up a lot of scenarios and situations that aren't going to happen. Mm-hmm. And I get upset about them. But I'm like, whatever.
I wonder why we do that. What do you think, like, survival mechanism that is? To protect us from, like, animals hunting us and shit like that?
I think it's creativity. Really? I think it's like you have to like think of so many different ways to get out of a situation that if we're always thinking about a way, like if it ever happens, you'll be like, oh, yeah, I can do that. Mm-hmm. I think that's where it comes from. We're just always kind of like trying to evolve.
That makes sense. What ended up happening with that principal? You didn't
Nothing.
enter a
Still my
story
bestie.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that happened in high school.
No.
You seem like a teacher pet vibes.
Not
in a bad way.
I'm not
that has
a
a negative
teacher.
connotation to it.
You know what? I think, to be honest, I was a teacher pet, but it's just because I loved all the teachers I had, like all my teachers in relationships, and I talk a lot in class. You know, have you ever seen Girl Meets World?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like them in like most of my classes. Like I felt like just those four main characters always talking, and everyone else was like background characters.
That's interesting. Did you watch that show a lot? That's the one with like Topanga, right?
Yeah. It was the spin-off of Boy Meets World, and it was always.
No, wasn't it the OG of Boys Meet?
No,
Girls
Boys Meet
World's
World,
the new one.
and then it was his daughters, Girls
I know Boys Meets World, not Girls Meet World.
You should watch it. It's literally 3 seasons of just 4 kids sitting in front of their father's history class just talking about themselves all the time.
And that's what your school felt like?
Yes. That's what my life feels like. I feel like I'm the main character.
You should. Everybody should feel like they're the main character of their own movie.
Yes.
That's how it is. Who else is like, nobody wants to be fucking background actor.
But you know, some people feel that way.
I did for a while.
No, really, why?
In high school,
what did you feel like?
I would always look at other people and I could see what their movie was, and I could see how I played like the background role in it, and I never looked at like my own life as a movie. You know what I'm saying?
I just realized that I don't think I've ever looked at someone else's,
There's a period of time where I didn't even see my own movie, and I'd only look at other people, and I'd be like, damn, because I know like I'm very observant, and I know things about people that they don't know that I know. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know Logan Ghazi?
Mm-hmm.
You ever talk to him?
Yeah.
That he knows shit about people that he's like, I don't know how I know it. Like, I just saw it. I already picked it up. Like, He knows how he knows it, but like people don't get how he knows it. And it's not like, it's just because of how observant you are. And like, that's how I would be. And I would notice little shit. And like, then I'd be like, I'd think about it in terms of their life. But I never thought about like looking outwards as being my own movie. You know what I'm saying? But then that all flipped after COVID.
That's really interesting. Good for you.
Thank you. Now it's like a mixture. Now it's everybody's movie all at once. I could see it all, which is good. It's a good balance.
I think of life as like one of those movies where you start off with like one point, and then like throughout the movie you see it through different characters' point of view. But like, I'm the main character still. Like, it's my movie. You just like see other people and how they see my life.
Like what? Like your parents? Or
yeah.
Like only people who are like close as fuck.
Yeah, like if like a lot of situations and like experiences I've had in life, I'm like, there's no way someone wasn't thinking of me.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't ever. I used to really think about what people thought about me, but now I don't think about what people think about me at all.
Such a touchy stuff. Such a touchy subject for me.
You think about people?
Because
if you think about it,
it's a hard answer for me.
How I rationalize it is like, in my head, I think about myself, so other people are just thinking about their self. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I think about myself a lot, and I think about the way I want to portray myself to people, like my identity, my personality, how I want to come off. Like, I don't really care what they think about me behind. Like, if they want to open the door to find out more about me, they can do that, but they're only going to see what I want to show them. And I think that's where I don't care about what other people think of me, because they're pretty much only seeing what I want them to see. Sometimes. Other times, you're going to pick up like a weird, awkward conversation, and that's going to stick with you forever, and then you're always going to think about that person in that situation. But I do think, especially when I came to Suffolk, actually, I don't think I ever really cared about what people thought about me in high school, because I was just so confident. I was always moving. I was so...
And you like grow up with those people, so you kind of like know what they already know about you. There's no secrets. Are you from like a small town or a big town?
I'm from a small town.
Where are you from again?
I'm from Hudson, Hampshire.
Yeah, so like everybody knows everybody, probably.
Everybody knows everybody, and like who you are is kind of established in like middle school, and then you kind of carry that around. Unless you flip a script. Some people have flipped their scripts, and it's been very interesting. But I've kind of kept my role since like the first grade.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I'd say the same. My town was like big and small at the same time, because there was groups of
Dirty
people.
borough.
My bro, yeah. That's bad funny. But yeah, some people call it that. I'd say, do you think
Some people call it that. That's how you introduced it to me.
Nah,
You're like, I'm
everybody
from the
calls it
dirty
that.
borough.
But what's it called? Do you feel like you've changed since you've come to Suffolk, or you portray the person that you want to be?
I think I've changed a little bit. I think I'm a little more to myself.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think I'm like out there as much as I could be.
Yeah.
In the sense of that I don't want people to think like I'm kind of annoying.
Yeah. I don't like stepping on toes either.
Yeah, like I feel like everyone kind of has like their group kind of going on already, and I just like I'm a little.
I'd have to disagree with that. I mean,
You
also I
do?
don't see the building you see him, but like, I don't know. I feel like I don't like necessarily like I have groups of friends, but I don't associate with one group. Like I feel like you can just be you and hop around. You know what I'm saying? Like,
See, that's hard for me because from high school, I I associated myself with like one group of people, and I've just recently like disassociated myself with them, like my identity. And so now I don't really know like how to navigate people that I actually want around me because that group of friends was definitely based on convenience and circumstances of where I lived and what we went through every day. But now I kind of have the freedom to do that.
yeah,
So I'm kind of having a struggle or a hard time kind of navigating who I really want around me all the time.
yeah, it's hard. It's tough to see that. Do you, do you have a past of like people not showing exactly who they were at first? Is that why you say that?
No, I don't think it's not what they're showing me at first. I think it's just realizing that A, I deserve better. B, you could be showing me more respect.
Mm-hmm.
And C, I just don't align myself with your values and who you want to be.
What? How do you know? How do you find that out in a person?
For me, it was like the Black Lives Matter movement. For me, is I just saw like a couple people that were okay with kind of just like living their lives as if nothing really affected them because it didn't. Like I grew up in my high school was 98% white and Caucasian, and then it was 1% black, and then the other 1% was like Asian American, Indians, anything else, but it was like three of them. Like there wasn't really much going on. So when you throw in something like the Black Lives Matter movement, especially during COVID, so all it is online, you just kind of see who cares, who doesn't care,
How
what
does
people
someone
are
show they
really
care?
thinking. People show they care by I've had people like text me and they'll be like, "Oh, are you going to this rally? How do you feel about this? Are you okay? What are you going through?" And like be genuinely interested. And I'm okay with answering that. Like I don't feel like I'm on display or anything. But then there's just like some people who I really thought were close to me and they were kind of just like living as if nothing was going on in the
Yeah.
world. And I was like, "Are you really okay with that? Like do I want to be around somebody that's not going to do anything about anything that's not affecting them?"
Yeah.
Because you can be like a white ally or you can just I strongly believe in silence is violence in so many different scenarios and situations, and that's what a lot of my friends were like, and I didn't like that, and I would bring it up to them and the response wasn't what I wanted or what I
They got
needed.
defensive.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. I got into this really bad fight. It was like it was a really bad fight. Like we had a senior trip or like a prom house or whatever, and I got into this fight with this kid. And this kid and I have history. So I'm like, why are you even talking to
It's
me
a
like
guy?
this? Yeah.
A white kid.
Oh yeah. White in like I'm not gonna talk about his family life, like, but his parents are together. It's like 3 siblings, nice house, nice neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like
The American dream, if you will.
yeah. And it's just like we were singing a J. Cole song, and I decided not to say the N word because through education, through the Black Lives Matter movement, I realized that's just really offensive. Even if I have the right to say it, I really don't think anybody should say it. It's just wrong.
You don't believe in reclaiming it?
I think if rappers and like artists want to reclaim it and they choose to use it because they have the option to, like they can
Yeah.
do that, they can. It's all about choice in that situation. And I choose not to because I feel it's offensive. And my family, my parents are both from Africa, so I don't really align myself with like slavery and oppression in America. But now that it affects me, I do have to think about it because I live here and I've been living here, and you can feel that like
the ripple effect.
Yeah. And this kid was just like, I can say it like it's not wrong. And I didn't like that.
Yeah, that doesn't really make sense.
I didn't like that he was telling me like how I can feel about him saying it.
Yeah.
It was really
What,
disrespectful.
did you go up to him or did you like make...
I was sitting right across when we were just hanging out, and he's just like said it, and I was like, no, you shouldn't say, oh. I really shouldn't have done that. Whatever.
I'll cut it out. It was like 30 minutes in.
Only 30 minutes in?
Only? We're fucking cruising. We're only talking about racist kids right now. We... Makella.
Why did I? Oh, my story. Makella? Wait, I just caught that. No, it's
I'm
okay.
joking.
I don't know. I don't really like correct people. Like if I don't think you're gonna be relevant later, I'm not gonna correct you.
So I'm not relevant?
Well, it like, okay.
No, I was just saying it as a joke. Because
Yeah.
I brought it up earlier. I won't though, if it's offensive.
It's not offensive. It's not my name. It's how it's like literally, like I told you, my parents just said it the way they thought it. They didn't make any sense. Anyway, back to this kid. He was just telling me how I should feel about it. And I was like, I don't like that. I was like, that's wrong. And he was like, why is it wrong? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, it's racist. And he was like, it's not racist. I was like, yeah, it is.
And then
And he just like kept backfiring. He was like, I never said that. I'm not racist, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, if you're not racist, you're not going to keep portraying racist ideals and racist words and messaging.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not how that works. But it ended up with a screaming match. And then Serena, shout out Serena again.
Hey.
She had to come get me and separate me from the kid.
Damn. That's fucking wild, bro. Because, like, obviously I see it, but I don't, like, see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have, like, I don't know, I feel like everyone around, no one, I haven't really seen racism. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously I see it on television, and I know where it is, but in my, like, town and, like, in my eyes, like, you do and you don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think I can relate, too. Like, no one has been, like, directly racist towards me.
When I did talk to Angel, and, like, you said you listened to him, and like, they said, here's the thing with them is, they would pull the racist card a lot in school. Like when a teacher would like call them out and like everybody knew this. Like it was like whenever something was happening against them, like they weren't the like greatest behaved students in class. And like this is like not looking at any, like we were very diverse. They were not looking at like picking on them specifically. Like this is how things were. And like I don't know, they always felt like it was a color thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
I never felt like that.
I don't know if I have like if I can say this, and I talked to them about it too, but like from everybody else's point of view, it did not seem, and like even people of color, they were like, it's not a color thing, it's just them being like misbehaving. But then from like their point of view, they're like, it feels like everyone's picking on us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
then they explained a lot more. They explained how it went deeper than just like getting yelled at. Like it was like the way students looked at them, and like it was the way coaches talked to them and shit like that. And I also got that because there's a lot of things I miss because I just don't experience it.
Those are like the microaggressions. So I don't think I've experienced like really direct racism, like just bigotry.
Yeah.
I've experienced like microaggressions, like teachers being like, "Oh, you're so smart and so well spoken for like who you like." I have no idea what that has to do with it. They'll say the same thing about like my mom, and I'm like,
yeah.
What? Like, why does that matter to you?
That's a lyric in a song where it's like, oh, you're so smart for a black guy. Like that's like a backhanded compliment.
It is. It's really like, I didn't think of it until like this summer. All the little things that people do would be like, oh, I love your hair. Your hair is so nice. Or like
But do you think it's like that? Like, because then anytime someone says they like your hair, is it like that then?
No, it's like the real like fetish, like really thinking, like you get really into it. Like you'll come up to me and you'll be like, oh my God, I love your hair so much.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh my God, it's so nice. Like, I wish my hair could do this. And I'm like,
Yeah.
do you?
Yeah.
Do you wish? Because, like, the work that goes into it, people ask me. And there's genuine curiosity. So I'm okay with that. But I don't want to feel like a pet. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm out of this world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm really not.
Do you feel a lot better being in Boston?
Oh my God, I was talking to my Ika about this. They were like, what are you going to talk about with Ed? And I was like, I don't know. They're like, you should talk about like the diversity in Boston, how you feel about it. I was like, my answer is, I don't know. Because I haven't really met I was excited to meet like Black friends and to meet people like me and their experiences. Like I'm in the Black Student Union, I'm in the African Student Association, but I don't think I can answer it yet because I just don't think I've experienced enough diversity yet.
But even just walking around and seeing...
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
There's more diversity and everything, but the way the diversity is portrayed just now, I don't know if... What am I trying to say? I don't know. Scratch that.
I'm trying to say, like, at its core, it really isn't as diverse as it's made out to be.
Yeah, like I feel like if I went...
It's still kind of segregated in a way, because if you look at the North End...
Yes, if I went to like... I feel like if I went to Roxbury or Dorchester, I would be able to like understand the diversity, but that's not diversity because it's just like all of the same group of people because they are meant to be there. Like Boston is one of the most gentrified cities in like America. So it's like, is it diverse or is it kind of just like there?
I totally get what you're saying. I did a project on that in the summer for a writing class, and we are talking about how like at face value it does seem diverse, and like you do see people walking around and stuff like that, but like when it comes down to it, because of the things in the past that happened here, like it is still the way it was, you know.
Like I learned about this last semester, that bus protest where there were certain buses that people couldn't take because of the schools they went to in Boston. I don't remember what years they were in, what year it was, but that was like just gentrification or racism out the water.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited to meet like a diverse group of people.
Is that what your goal is, to like for your major, is your goal to like really start to tackle these issues, this racism and this like segregation and all this stuff that's still like the foundation of what we're built on? Like, is that what your goal is by doing what you're doing?
No.
What is it?
My goal is, this is gonna sound selfish, but I don't think it is because it's just kind of, I'm sorry, it's just kind of like it's what I've been doing my whole life, is that I want to be able to show my parents everything that they've done for me, all the things they've sacrificed and all the opportunities they've given me, and I've been able to build off of, and all the opportunities I have from what they've done, I'm able to show something for that. Mm-hmm. That's my goal. Success is my goal.
Because at the end of the day, it means their success.
Yes, that is my goal. And if I'm able to give back to like my community and be able to uplift a community of young Black girls that want to be just like me and build off their opportunities and reach for their goals and really accomplish things that make them feel good, I think I would love to do that. I could serve as like a beacon.
Nice.
Yeah. But
That's awesome.
I think that bringing down like racism in America, as sad as it sounds, is going to take a really long time, if not ever. I don't really...
You think we'll see it in our lifetime? You think we'll see it in our lifetime?
No.
No? Because
you're always going to remember.
Yeah, we'll remember, but think about how much our generation's learned. If we've seen what it has been and what it should be. You know what I'm saying?
But like...
And like we're not...
I don't want to be like negative, but like, what about the kids who are the same age as you and I, probably went to the exact same school as you and I, and they still to this day, they say like, all lives matter. There's not racism.
Yeah,
like,
but how important are they? Think about the people. Think about if you look at the kids who are
but they're still gonna project racism
like
going on.
I was thinking like at the like in charge, like political level.
Oh.
Anyone working on becoming a leader now, you cannot be built on those principles. Where a lot of the people who are leaders now came off of those principles.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Like, yes, there's always going to be fucking idiots, no matter what time period of life we're in. But who's in charge? Are they idiots or not? You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I think that we're definitely going down a path where we really, we invest in social programs and different things in education and stuff, but we really need to like take a step back and look at it detail by detail and how it's affecting people. Mm-hmm. Because like education is one of my really important things to me, is that I feel like education is what gives people the ability to achieve success. And the way that I've been so fortunate for the education I have, able to go to college, I got really good grades in school, but not everybody had access to the materials and the resources that I had. Mm-hmm. But they're still able to do something about it, and they're able to build off of what they have, but everyone could have more. And I feel like there's so many holes in our education system that doesn't help everybody.
It's very uneven and unequal, and the content's not the same throughout the country.
Yeah.
And like,
it's because the standards aren't the same throughout the country, which I think is annoying.
Well, because some places, like, the goal isn't to go to college, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's
but
just
that's
to
okay.
work in your family, business, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they keep it small.
I think if you have the ability to have access to the same opportunities that's going to allow you to choose what you want to do, you should have that. But you should have a good basis of an education. You shouldn't just be like going through school because you feel like you have to.
How do you change people from, like, I know people who just didn't like school and it didn't work for them. How do you change that though? Like, how do you make them want to learn? How do you make them see it's important? Because you can see it once it's gone. But when you're in it, it's hard to...
You give them something they really want to learn about. Like, I'm not saying, like, education, like, math, reading,
You're like
science.
tech schools, too.
Yeah, I'm talking about, like, you get a really good foundation for something you love, and you're able to build off that, and you have something to show for it. You've done the work.
Mm-hmm. It's tough because we start educating at such a young age. And I feel like in high school, like, you still don't know shit. And I feel like right now I still don't know shit, but I'm still making decisions that are going to affect me for a while. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So... it's like, it's easy to look back on it and say those things, but it's hard when you're in the moment to have, like, that straightforwardness. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know. I know people who wish they went to tech schools. I wish people who wish they didn't go to tech schools. I know people, like, who did, like, they're in college now, have no idea what they're going to do. I have people I know who dropped out of college. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just constantly changing, so it's hard to, like, I think... the idea of, like, giving them a little bit of everything is the way to go. Like, I do kind of agree with the way we do things now. It's just almost like the level in how we execute it is not correct. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Because, like, I do think, like, if you, like, people are like, I'm not going to use this math in real world or whatever. What do I need to know this history? You need to know how we got here. You know what I'm saying? You need to know what our society's built on. Like, this is everything everybody learns. This is where we all are as humans. Like, we need to know this to contribute to society. Like, if you asked me this shit in high school, I'd be like, this shit doesn't matter. But looking back, like, it is important that I knew history. And, like, you need to know history so you don't repeat it. You need to know math so you can understand the world around you. Like, math is everywhere in its own ways. And, like, you need to know how to read and write to communicate with people. Like, it's little things like that, like, where we think, like, at face value, this is worthless, but what it really is teaching you and teaching your subconscious is necessary to be a human being, you know? So, it would be great if we knew what we all wanted to do at that age and could provide that, but it's almost like we can't. And, like, I think what we should be really focusing on is how to help make people, like, healthy and happy. And, like, that should be the focus of things, is teaching those things while, like, actually taking physical education very serious and, like, sexual education very serious and mental health, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that stuff.
Sexual education is one of the worst faults in the entire world. Every culture, every society.
You know Scout?
Yeah.
We did a podcast and she went off on it. She went off on all of it and how her school did a horrible job. She's from New Hampshire as well.
Oh, where?
Couldn't tell you. Nashua, maybe. It's the only place I know. Nashua and Winnipesaukee.
My
those are
town
like
is
two.
right next to Nashua. Like,
I know Hudson. I actually do know Hudson.
you know Hudson?
Yeah,
You know the dirty Hudson?
I do know the dirty Hudson. I have been there a few times.
Have you seen my school? Have you seen my farm?
No, I've just been there to deliver ice. I haven't been there for anything else.
Our school's on a farm.
And just to pass through. Do you guys have farming class?
Yeah. You have agriculture.
That's fucking sick.
And like vet sci and whatever.
See, that's some shit that I'd want, like, kids to be taught. How to grow food, how to eat, the right diets. You know what I'm saying?
But you could take food science. Like, you could take...
Yeah, I know, but like I don't know. We were talking about like making the basis of education something that will help people succeed, and I think that's making healthy human beings. Because once you're healthy, things are straightforward.
I agree. I'm not healthy.
Why? What's wrong?
Mentally.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to like the whole like physical health thing. She'll be there. Don't worry. But
You're never there. No matter what, you're never there. It's always I've realized that no matter how hard you work, like, and this is a good thing, you won't be satisfied. You know what I'm saying?
like in terms of like working out.
Yeah. I guess that might just be me, but all the friends I have and stuff like that, like I have friends who are like, they've crushed goals, but like it's never enough.
My goal is not like to have goals.
Fair enough.
My goal is just to have like a routine where I'm like excited to work out, and then I eat well and I feel good after. Because I eat and I don't feel good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat and I don't feel good. So I'm like,
you
kind of got to balance.
Is it what you're eating?
No, it's that I'm eating.
What's wrong? What do you eat? What's your typical day?
Well, like I stopped back in when COVID hit. Like I just like stopped eating. I just started eating less, and now I don't really like eating. Like I eat because I want to be healthy. I don't actually enjoy the eating. So.
You don't have an appetite?
Bless you.
Excuse me.
No, I do. I have an appetite. I just wish I had less of one.
Interesting.
It's very interesting.
What
it's also more interesting that a lot of people feel that way.
Is it? I don't know, understand because I've always been hungry.
No, it's not that I'm not hungry.
Then I don't get it. Like, what makes you feel bad about it?
It's like I don't want to like. It's like your insecurity of your body. Like you don't.
You don't want to eat like some like anorexia kind of type things.
You don't want to say anorexia. You just like. I definitely don't have anorexia. It's just that I don't want to eat so I look and feel the way sometimes I felt before. So like I'm trying to eat healthier. I'm trying to eat better. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of like what you see in the mirror is what makes you feel the way you feel about the food. Interesting.
I guess that might just be a view on food then, because I never thought of the food being the reason I look like that. You know what I'm saying? Like because I've always ate well, I've always thought of it's what I'm doing is why I look like that. Like if I'm sitting and playing video games compared to running and working out.
See, that's a very interesting perspective because I have been in sports since preschool. I've been playing sports since preschool. Played 3 sports for like 2 years. I did 3 season athlete, that's what they call it. 3 season athlete for like 2 years. And then I tore my ACL. But then
Yikes, holy
throughout that whole time, I still always felt overweight. I was still like always kind of bigger than like everybody around me. And I just like
you compare yourself to others?
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to not do that.
It is hard.
My friends are all way bigger than me, like in terms of strength, and they're all stronger than me and better looking. But like when I stopped comparing myself to that and it was just me versus me, that's when you see how far you are really coming and you're actually like I said, the like happiness that comes with just being your best self every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm working towards that. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely on that track. I'm working towards that.
But just the fact that you're working on it means that you're already kind of there. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom always told me like what progress is to her at least is not like not snacking and eating something she wished she didn't, but like stop snacking, like having less of it. You know what I'm saying? Or notice she's snacking. or notice she's not running. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
the faster you notice it, the faster you catch yourself doing something you don't like. But not the fact that you did it, because you still need to, like, there's still a part of it, like, eating those things that you need to do to have that balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, my friend Patrick was saying, like, he had a bag of M&Ms on his bed, and I was giving him shit, because we were just, like, we're both on, like, diets now or whatever, and he's like, well, here's the thing, I either eat that bag of M&Ms and I have my sweets and I feel okay with it, or I don't, and then, like, I start to think about food, and I start to think about numbers, and it becomes, like, in my head all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like a part of eating well is eating the bad stuff too, because you want it. Like, you need to give yourself what you want, not just what you need. You know what I'm saying? There's a part of, like, feeding, like, your soul, not just your body.
I love soul food. I don't know. In terms of who I am, where I've been, and what I've done, right now I think I need to think more about what I eat. Especially since...
Does like the school cooking your food help?
I was going to say, literally, especially since Suffolk food sucks. It doesn't suck, it's just that I don't have options for me to eat healthier. I can't meal prep. I can't...
Why? What are you missing? Are you like vegan?
No. I will never be vegan.
Do you eat eggs?
Yeah.
Do you eat white meat?
I haven't eaten eggs, actually. Okay, this is stressing me out because I have a nutritionist, right?
Uh-huh.
And I try to eat better, but I haven't. So maybe I'm just, like, making up excuses for myself. That could be it.
Mm-hmm.
But just eating in general, it's, like, kind of, like, stressful. Like, every day I think about what am I going to eat for dinner so that I'm satisfied and I don't eat later.
Mm-hmm.
But I still, like, get everything I need so that I don't eat later is exactly what I just said. But it's, like,
I get what you're saying.
It's just, like, hard.
It is hard. And, like, it's not like it's not like it gets, you just kind of, like, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying, like, that it's like easy, because, like, it is hard for me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is hard to know, like, this past week I felt like shit because Samia is all out of food, and they're not, they're not bringing in new food anymore because the year's over, right? They're literally, every day is like a sandwich, like some bullshit sandwich, and I don't like it, and I don't like feeling this way, but, like, I know at the end of the semester, like, I'll be home and I'll be back on track and stuff like that. But, like, I know Samia has options every day. If there's something there that I like, for example, I don't eat anything with dairy in it, no dairy, right? And there's some days they straight up just have mac and cheese there, but every day they always have chicken breasts and rice on the side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, push comes to shove, like, and I can't eat that mac and cheese, I still have the chicken breast, I still have the rice. They always have peanut butter and jellies and, like, little things. They always have, like, hard-boiled eggs in little cups and stuff like that.
Doesn't peanut butter have dairy in it?
Mm-mm. Peanut butter?
I don't know. I don't like peanut butter.
No, it doesn't have dairy.
I'm talking from no experience here.
But I'm just saying, like, they've always had options for me, even on days. But, like, most of the time, they always have mixed vegetables. They always have a vegan option. They always have a protein. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do hit all the food groups, and I just eat what they have. And I've been pretty pleased with the food here.
I like the food. I think it's better than what people have put it out to be.
I think it's amazing. But the only thing that pisses me off is the cost.
I ran out of money like $300 ago. Like, I've been putting like $300 of my own money in, and
I've just been using all my friends. I ran out of money like 2 months ago, and I've just been using this girl's card who left school and left the card here, and then all my other friends' card who have like $800 on it.
How did, like, I don't get how some people have like $500, $200 left.
Because they eat out a lot.
I can't afford to eat out. Isn't that the same amount though? Like, if you think about it.
Yeah, it probably is. And they also do eat less, probably. But Samia has given me the options to stay healthy, you know. And you have to be mindful of it. They do have like a burrito bar. They have...
No, they don't anymore. Salad bowl.
First semester, though. And now it's a salad bar, which is even better.
You know what I love? Main bowl.
Main bowl?
Main bowl.
What's that?
It's like lo mein.
Oh. Yeah. They always have sushi. Like, they always got...
Sushi's good.
Yeah. You know, in the morning, they always have eggs Every day they'll make you eggs.
It's just like...
With peppers, with onions, with vegetables, with spinach in it. You know what I'm saying?
It's just hard that, like, now that I'm starting to actually think about what I'm eating, like, what I'm putting in my body and what I'm processing, it's hard for me to decide what I'm going to eat, it's just like a transition for me. Mm-hmm. It's a kind of a growth period. Like, I have to learn the basics of it.
What are you watching? What like, numbers? Like, what is the criteria of your ideal diet?
I want to lower the amount of grams of fat I have. I don't really care about like
Which
trans
fats?
I don't care. I just want less fat.
The thing is, you want brown fats and not white fats, because the brown fats eat at the white fats.
Is that in a difference to like trans and saturated?
Yeah, trans and saturated are fake, basically. Like, that's some bullshit, like in like candies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? In like milk, like fake milk.
What's fake milk?
Like processed things.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Processed things have the fake.
I think I'm lactose intolerant too.
Potentially. I mean, we're really not supposed to be drinking
We're
milk.
really not. We're the only mammals that do it after like infantry.
Well, it's because there wasn't clean water, so they used milks from cows to stay hydrated. So then some of us adapted to being able to digest it, and some of us were not able to. But there's healthy fats, there's healthy oil. This is the thing, is you need fats, you need sugar, but you need like the natural stuff. Like
I eat a lot of fruit.
Fruit's good. Fruit has a lot of antioxidants in it. That's perfect for like when you're working out and your body not having any inflammation and stuff like that. But like fats, literally healthy fats eat away at the fat on your body. Like peanut butter has fat in it.
I don't like
Eggs have fat. Egg whites have fat in it.
I like Reese's.
That's bad fats. That's the fats you're talking about.
That's the only peanut butter I like.
You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
And, like, the biggest thing, though, that will help you is just paying attention to how you feel after what you eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, something specific that I don't eat. I can't eat. So, a lot of bodybuilders and people trying to get strong, they use whey protein and, like, creatine protein. You ever heard of it?
Like the powder stuff?
Yeah. And it's like the proteins in milk. But every time I use it, it just makes me feel like shit.
Isn't creatine in your nails?
No. That's...
Keratin.
Yeah, something else.
Am I right?
I have no idea.
I have something I need to think about right now. We need to figure this out. If my family is from Africa, right? Mm-hmm. We're from Africa. We don't... Maybe my lineage hasn't had that much access to clean water. Right? Thinking about it?
What part of Africa are you from?
West Africa. This is like potential.
What country?
Benin.
Benin?
I was born in Lowell, though.
Is it near Cameroon?
No.
That's the only country I know in Africa.
Fun fact, my dad made me figure out or like remember like 26.
I know Madagascar. I know Egypt.
I can literally name Egypt, Morocco, Djibouti, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, South Africa, Democratic Republic of the Congo, North Sudan, South Sudan, well, it's called regular Sudan, Benin, Kenya, Togo, Ghana, Nigeria, Niger, Madagascar, Sri Lanka. Wait, Sri Lanka in Africa? I don't want to be wrong. I could keep going.
So what are you trying to say about the clean, dirty water? What's your theory?
I don't know. I got lost. Oh, yeah. Is that why I'm lactose intolerant? No, it wouldn't be why I'm lactose intolerant. That would mean why...
It would almost make you... It would probably make you more tolerant.
Jinx.
If they were using, like, cows. I don't know. You should check in with your...
I don't think I'm actually lactose intolerant. I could have just had
milk
a bad 3 weeks.
Milk just makes everyone feel like shit at the end of the day.
It's just like, I love cereal my whole life, though. But I've always had stomach issues.
Oat milk. Almond milk.
I don't like coconut milk, so don't suggest
that.
Don't
do coconut milk's good, actually, though.
I don't like coconut.
It doesn't taste like coconut. Vanilla coconut milk doesn't actually taste like coconuts at all. It literally just tastes like sweetened milk.
A problem with me is, though, that I'm really picky.
Mm.
Not really picky. I've kind of gone over that in the past couple of years, but I'm, like, picky.
For me, I used to be pretty picky, but then when I started looking at it like it's gonna make me feel better, things got tastier. That would make me feel better.
That's such an interesting perspective.
Also, if you smoke weed, you could eat more stuff. Unless that's against your morals.
It's not against my morals. Trust me, it's not against my morals. It's just that.
Hey, she said it ain't against my morals.
I don't really like the whole process of like having to go buy weed, having to like fill a cone, have to like roll. I am like I just don't like doing it. Well, I was friends with stoners. No, I don't like them.
That's how I used to bulk. I'd smoke weed and then eat a lot. Sounds bad, but it's pretty fun.
But some people can't eat without smoking weed. Does that not scare you?
That's an issue. I don't think you should be relying on anything. And that's for you to find out, though. You know what I'm saying? That's for people to, like, be aware of. I feel like people aren't as aware of themselves as they should be. And when they have a health problem, their initial thing is to go to a doctor before assessing, like, the things they do in their daily life. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally was just studying for my environmental science exam, and we were talking about hazards. And one of the, like, there's three things that can lead to chance of risk, like risk to health issues and, like, infections and viral diseases. And the third one is literally just lifestyle choices, you know? Like, where the other two were like, poverty is risk, and gender can add risk. It was gender, poverty, and lifestyle choices that can add risk to health implications.
I've been to the doctors a lot. My mom always tells me, like, I'm always at the doctors, and I don't know why. I'm not really always at the doctors. I don't think there's ever been anything wrong. I tore my ACL.
Yeah, you need to go to a doctor for that.
I was there a few times. I
don't know if you can figure out how to heal that one without a doctor. But, I don't know. Like, I have friends who are like, I have migraines, I have bad headaches, I have, I don't know, epilepsy.
So do you not, like, believe in, like, prescription and medications?
No. I do and I don't. I don't know. It's just, I think people treat their body not the way a human body's supposed to be treated, and then they have repercussions for that. And then instead of looking at the cause, they see only the effect and think that nothing of it, and then look for some pill or some supplement to just mask the effect instead of trying to figure out the root of it.
I have an interesting question for you. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Are you anti-vax?
No, I'm not anti-vax.
Oh my God! Pfizer?
No, Moderna. All right, this is how I feel about vaccines. Vaccines, they work. Scientifically, we've done it plenty in the past. I take the flu shot. I've done the flu shot in the past, haven't gotten the flu. If you don't want one, though, like, I don't think you should be forced to get one. And I understand, like, there's a selfish aspect of that, but I don't think you should tell people what to do with their bodies. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I understand that if we want to go to normal life, that you're going to have to get it. So that's why I got it. But if someone can't understand that and doesn't want to live like, I don't know, like, as much as you can preach to them and tell them to not be selfish and think about it and think about others, you're not going to, just telling them they have to do it and making it mandated, I think, like, pushes people away from it, you know?
Yeah,
if we're talking about this vaccine specifically.
I think I look at that as kind of like a marketing thing.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I don't think I have, like, a set belief on vaccines other than my children will be, like, fully vaccinated with anything and everything. But in terms of if people want to or not, I don't know how I feel.
Just in terms of the COVID one, but when we're talking about, like, other vaccines, the only argument you hear about not wanting to take this vaccine is usually because it's new. So people say, we don't know what the fuck it's going to do.
Yeah. They have a solid point.
They do, but at the same time, it's science. It's literally transcription. We've used this science for every other vaccine.
It's the
exact
disease.
same process.
Yeah.
And a vaccine doesn't, like, it just gives you the antibodies, and it helps you make the symptoms less.
And if we don't do it now, our body's just going to do it like 500 years later.
And we don't know what the fuck long-term COVID effects have. There's been some weird mental health type stuff that's come from it. There's been some. They're calling it like COVID fog. Like people say their heads feels foggy months after having it. And there's a guy who he was on CNN or whatever, and he said he was having that mental fog, and when he got the vaccine, it finally went away. And like there's people saying like that COVID. There's long-term effects from COVID we don't know yet.
What about my question is, have you had COVID?
No.
Me either.
Probably I'm never gonna get it.
Yeah, me either. Well, at this point.
I'm too healthy, and that's also why I'm not worried about getting the vaccine. Is because I'm not worried it's gonna. I'm too healthy for anything to get put in my body to destroy it. That's how I look at things. I tell myself that, because if I tell myself that, then it's true.
It's so interesting.
What? Like manifesting?
No. Just that, like, I'm healthy, I'm Hulk.
Yeah, exactly. Because think about it. If it's like, I really think that the body follows the mind. If you just tell yourself things, then the rest will fall into place. You tell yourself you're healthy, which you are. You tell yourself you're making healthy habits, which you're working on. It clicks. If you write it down, what you want, you're gonna get it. Because your mind's always thinking about it. You gotta put people say they don't get what they want, but they don't know what they're looking for first.
Thank you. Not enough people understand that. I think goals and an understanding of what you want allows you to do that. Some people say they like kind of like floating or like not really know what's going on, but then I'm also like, I hate wasting time. That's always like why I'm moving 100 miles per hour, but I like being able to know what I can do, the abilities I have to do that, and then just like furthering that. Mm-hmm. And being able to build off that. And that's why I believe in mind over matter. Like, a lot of the accomplishments I've had is because I said I can do it. Like, there's really nothing stopping me from being able to do this. So I'm going to go do it. Like, the only thing that's going to stop me is, like, prison or something.
A lot of the obstacles that people have are just, they put up themselves, you know?
Mm-hmm. It can be in your head a lot. I mean, everyone experiences that.
There is things that will slow you down, that will make it harder. But I don't believe in anything that will ever stop you from doing what you want. You just got to know what you want.
I agree.
I just think people don't know what they want.
I agree.
And that's why people got to figure it out. Meditate, figure it out.
I agree.
But
once I figured out what I wanted, like, I had like this revelation in January. I was like, I kind of hate my life. I should probably do something about that. Yeah.
This 2021?
Yeah, like right before the new year, I was like, I don't want to keep living my life like this. Like, I don't want to feel like this every day. Mm-hmm. So let me go do something about it. And I did, and some things have really improved. Like, I've always been really good at school and like my academics, but like I was just way more focused, and I've gotten way better grades now, and I got my internship. I'm just like happier, like kind of get out of bed, but I'm not like completely there. But it's just like little things I've seen change. Yeah.
That's all you can ask for is progress.
I take back me saying I'm happier. I take that back. I don't want to lie to myself.
But if you tell yourself you are, you'll follow it.
If I tell myself that I can be happier and I can do this, I think I'll follow it. But I don't want to lie to myself.
Not trying to intrude, but what do you think's, like, what is it? You just don't feel happy, or is there things you see that make you not happy? Because, like, I know a lot of people who don't feel happy, and then they put things to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just don't feel good. My friend Pat, I don't want to use his name, but, like, we talk all the time, so he's cool with it. He has days where he doesn't feel happy, and he'll complain about things, and I'll go, like, all right, you done complaining about things? Like, I can tell you just don't feel good. Like, it's not those things that are actually bugging you. You just don't feel good. You know what I'm saying? Whereas there's a difference in between, like, something happening and then that making you feel bad.
I think I'm just not happy. Like, I just don't think the elements in my life are aligning along a path of happiness. I think I can do things to achieve my definition of happiness. And I just don't think I'm there. Like, yes, I'll have good moments. I'll be uplifted. I'll be energized. I'll be happy in that moment. But, like, if I really peeled back all those layers, I don't think I'm happy. And I think you should just have, like, a sustainable, like, I'm never at peace. And you kind of have to find that to be happy. Well,
You said you're confident and you're very secure.
yes.
Like, is it unsatisfied? It's not like sadness. It doesn't seem like sadness.
I think it is.
What do you feel like what is it? What are you feeling?
I feel unsatisfied with the way I just like if I'm alone and the thoughts I've had, they're not good thoughts. They're not beneficial to me. They're not good. And I'll tell people that and they'll be like, Makella, those thoughts aren't good. And I'm like, oh, I know. And it's because I'm not happy. And it is sadness. Like, I'll cry. I'll cry a lot. But I'm not, but like, I'm just so confident in my ability to like overcome challenges and obstacles that I know I'll get through it.
Well, you said
it just takes me time.
You do things for your parents. Your success, you were defining
Yeah,
success.
that's why I can't give up because I have to keep
But you gotta
going.
do shit for you though.
But
too.
I do, no, okay. But I do things for myself. Like everything I do is for, I don't say I do everything for my parents because some things I don't need to be doing for my parents. But I do things for myself. I do things that make me feel good. I love shopping. People say, what are your hobbies? I think there's nothing wrong with saying you love to shop. That is one of my hobbies. It makes me feel good. I like seeing what people wear, and I'm happy about that. But then what happens when I'm not shopping? What happens when I'm not watching TV, which I love? I love pop culture. I love all those things. What are the thoughts I have when I'm just not doing anything and it's just me? You should be able to be happy with just yourself and just your thoughts. And I don't think I am.
You should try meditating.
I think I really should.
You should try some guided meditations first, and then get to the point where you're just you.
Are you secure and confident? Because you meditate and you look pretty set up. I think I'm pretty set up too. I'm hyping myself down too much.
I'd say you're speaking your mind. You're speaking your truth, and it's not. My aunt was complaining the other day and saying how me, my mom, and my sister are so happy and healthy, and then my mom goes like, "That's kind of an insult because we all work at it." My mom does yoga every day. She meditates every day. She goes outside and walks my dog every day. She runs. She works out. She watches every single thing she eats. You know what I'm saying? Like, happiness is not like given to you. It is earned.
I agree.
And
I'm working.
No, and I'm saying this for my aunt, not for you.
Oh.
Specifically. And I'm saying like when I'm meditating, I'm not my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I just let my brain go. That's my brain. I'm outside. What Edward truly is doesn't have a name. It doesn't have a body. It doesn't have a mind. My soul is something outside of all of this, and this is all here just like as an anchor to this planet. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like what meditating is you just sit there and you let your body do what it wants to do, and eventually it gets to a moment of peace where you realize you're just here. You're just it. Like, you're just the fact that you can have a thought, the fact that you can see things and perceive them as a being, the fact that you can interact with things around you is incredible to you. Like, it's just, whenever I feel like I'm getting angry at things, that's my mechanism, I guess. I don't get sad, I get angry. I get mad at things. When I start to get mad, I start to meditate and realize that it's something within myself. If I get mad with my friends, it's because I'm not feeling good working out. I'm not feeling good working out because I'm not eating well. I'm not eating well because I'm not sleeping. Like, it's the ripple effect of things. But when I meditate, it gives me that separation of, like, seeing myself from some other point of view. You know what I'm saying? And, like, a big thing you kept saying is you have bad thoughts. I don't believe we can have ownerships to any of our thoughts, because where do they come from? They just go in and out of our head. They're not curated by me. They're just coming through my head. You know what I'm saying?
Are you sure? Like, you don't create your thoughts?
I don't think so. I think they're created by my brain from what I see and hear. I didn't choose to see what I saw. I didn't choose to hear what I heard.
But you chose how you reacted to it.
Did I? How do you decide that?
Okay, let me focus. Yeah, because one person can react to something.
But is that is that their personality reacting to it, or their emotions and feelings reacting to it? Because I think what feelings most of the time are hormones released from your brain, and that's how your brain reacted to it.
But those emotions and feelings have layers of things they've been through and experiences, and that's how they react to this certain situation. So they've chosen that as like a way that they are going to react to it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But did they choose to have those experiences?
I don't know. I think you can apply the same
I feel like at the
idea.
end of the day, no matter we could keep breaking this down to the point that you really don't have a choice on what you saw, what you did, who you are, where you were born, who you're around, the situations you've been in. You think you have a choice, but at the end of the day, you really kind of didn't.
No, you're actually like right. You're completely right. Thinking about like things that are like pivotal moments in my life. I didn't choose for that to happen.
Yeah.
I didn't decide. I mean, I chose what I could feel about it moving forward.
I chose how to change from it.
That period.
You can choose to be disciplined. You can choose to not put obstacles in your way. Choose to work hard and create opportunities for yourself. Choose to work for others and not yourself.
I don't not work for myself because I'm really proud of myself.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of things so that I can feel that pride and keep going. I also do those things because I feel bad. Like I feel that guilt sometimes that like, oh, I have all these things, but they wouldn't be here from like what my parents have done. Mm-hmm. But I'm not saying my parents have given me every opportunity. I just took that like little grain of rice and I made a field.
My mom tells me this too, because when we talk about like, I talk about a lot of shit. I'm very blessed, and I have white privilege, and I am a male. I'm a straight white male. Best cards in the game. Literally.
I don't mean that when I like,
no.
when we like, I don't.
But my mom says feeling guilty is not going to help anyone. Using what you have and being grateful for it and helping others to help uplift others, that's how you use it. Feeling guilty for being in the position you are is not helping anyone. You're just hurting yourself, you know?
Yes. I'm starting to think from this conversation that I have a hard time, like, understanding different point of views. You know, like, have you ever done surveys, like just random surveys where they ask you, like, about yourself? And
I did a survey on sexuality today. Fun fact, I'm 100% heterosexual.
Did you do the grid thing?
Yeah.
I did that last night. Oh my God, what's yours?
I'm 100% heterosexual, 7% homosexual.
Oh. Oh, that's
What?
Nice. That's nice.
What are you making fun of my sexuality?
No.
I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Why? What was yours?
I think mine was 100% heterosexual and like 50% homosexual, or like it was up there. No. I was in between the like bisexual and the heterosexual box. I was literally on that line.
Double thumbs up. Like those are the questions you'd answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did the same one. But what are you what are you getting at about surveys? You were gonna say like, have you ever done surveys?
Oh, surveys where it's like you are able to understand people's opinions that are different from yours. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I am. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'm able to. Down the line, sometimes it's education for me. It's being able to like see the root of what that thought came from. But like in conversation, I'll just be like,
maybe sometimes for me to understand people, I have to understand that I don't understand.
Oh, I'm definitely accepting of like, oh, this just doesn't make sense to me. Like, there's no way I'm gonna get this right now.
Yeah. I'm just checking.
Oh boy.
Alright, we're good. But I don't know. What do you like? You're saying you don't know how to see other people's perspectives. Are you trying you don't get what I'm kind of saying now?
I think I'm just like a naturally defensive person. Like I don't want to give you access to hurt me. So whatever you're saying, I'm gonna try to like not let that hurt me.
Fair.
Not like you.
No, I get what you're saying.
Because everything you've said throughout this entire conversation we've had has been inspiring. You should write a book.
I'm not that important. I can't write a book.
I just told you you're famous. People definitely listen to you and they're like, damn, I wish I could be Ed.
Nah, no one wants to be me. No one should want to be me. They should want to be them.
You know how many people need to hear that?
A lot of people, because honestly, I think a lot of issues are because of social media. Because we're just
I told you I hate Snapchat.
We're a sad generation with happy pictures, and that's all it is.
You're right. I don't really like. I love Instagram. I won't lie. I love Instagram.
I love memes.
I've been getting into Twitter a lot. I love tweeting. That's my journaling. Wait, I literally tweeted please listen to this tweet I retweeted. Please, I tweeted it yesterday, and it's very important to me because I don't journal. I said...
I never got into Twitter. I missed that boat.
A TikTok just told me to journal, so I'm here on 555 to claim my positive energy. I'm confident in my academics, career, personality, and ambition. I am positive about my ability to stay focused despite my stressors and my new beginnings. Internally, I am strong and healing. So I just tweet.
That's like a good mantra.
Yeah.
Are you spiritual?
No.
Religious?
I believe in God.
A lot of confidence, a lot of happiness, and a lot of security subconsciously comes when you find something to believe in.
I believe in myself. Is that wrong?
That's what I believe in.
Okay.
But what I didn't realize how much it was weighing on my mind to not have anything to believe in.
I believe there's somebody out there guiding me through it, and everything that I've been through, everything I do is for a reason, and that person knows that I'm going to get through it. So when I look to God and when I pray, I know he's hearing me, and someday he's gonna know that you did this for this reason, and I'll say okay.
Solid.
It just takes a long time, and it's hard. What do you believe in?
I believe in a lot of things. I believe in frequencies and energy. I believe that's all we really are, is energy. And I believe in yin and yang, and karma, and that you're gonna get back what you put out, and that there's two sides to absolutely everything, and the goal is just to find the median of things, the golden mean, the moderation of things. I believe the universe is a living thing itself. I believe we're very small on the scale of what all this is. And small doesn't mean insignificant. Small just means it's a lot bigger than us, to the point where we can't see what it all is, and we're just here to play this role. And not just to play this role, but we're here to play our role, and there's importance to that. I believe in not one God. I believe there's many entities and beings that build up the universe, and the angels and like overwatchers and stuff like that. I think it's like, in Islam, Allah, it doesn't have a face. It's like the energy of the universe. I believe in that. Where in Buddhism, where everything is equal, we're all created from the same things. I'm equal to a tree. I believe in that. You know what I'm saying? And like chakras in the energy centers, I believe that all 7 are very important, and I stay very conscious of how I feel and what I'm not giving to myself. So like, for example, if I'm feeling stuck or blocked or not good about myself, I look at what I'm doing, and let's say my podcasts are going well, so I'm still communicating with people. Even if maybe my podcasts aren't going well, but I'm talking to friends. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing people. I feel fine. I check my communication. I check my survival needs. Like, am I going outside? Am I getting fresh air? Am I letting the sun hit my face? Then I check, like, am I being creative? Am I expressing myself? You know what I'm saying? Like, I check those. Do you know what chakras are exactly?
No.
It's like the 7 energy centers of your body, and they go up your body and they align. You have your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye, and then your higher self. And I try to stay in touch with all 7. And that's helped me a lot to stay balanced and to keep things in a perspective, And then I believe in reincarnation. I believe souls are recycled through this universe. I believe in an afterlife. I think there's a lot more to this. I don't think it's something we can fathom, and that's why it's the afterlife. It's not the during life. So I don't worry about it too much. I don't try to think about it because I know it's something beautiful, and it's something that we're all going to get to at some point in time, but I know my time is right here and right now, and that's to be with the people that I'm around, But I just take a little bit from everything, And a lot of religions are built on the principle of treat others like they're you. So I believe in that. I believe you got to treat people like they're you because deep down, maybe they are. Maybe we are all one and the same.
I don't like bringing people down. Do you believe in evil people?
Yes.
Me too.
I believe in evil bodies and minds, but I believe in good souls. I think we mistake in people. I think we mistake in souls. When we say people, we combine souls, bodies, and minds, but I think they all play a different role in who a person truly is,
How would you describe your soul?
Pure.
Oh, that was so cute.
That's it. But I also have a healthy ass body and a healthy ass brain, and it helps me know who I am,
I like how confident you are in your health.
I set the forefront of my life because think about it. All you truly have is your body. All that's actually yours, uniquely yours, is your body and your mind and your attitude and all that stuff. So that's why it's my number one priority on everything. Because at the end of the day, you kind of have to be best friends with yourself and understand yourself because that's all you're going to really have. You have family and stuff like that, but that could be gone.
I think that's what it is. I think I have a lack of understanding of just different things about myself that I'm still trying to discover because I've aligned myself with an identity of who I was in high school or whatever, but those were under those circumstances. How do I want to align myself under some new circumstances or just who I am? And I think I know who I am. I just have to continue to work on being that person. I think I got a little lost because of circumstances.
If you recognize it, that's all you can ask for, You're not necessarily lost if you can see where you need to be going.
Interesting.
I just believe, I'm never hopeless. I always think, just being aware of things is really the highest intelligence. You know what I'm saying?
I think I'm pretty aware.
Being aware of when you're going down the wrong path. It's the people who the people who blame others and the people who see things wrong in their life and look outwards instead of inwards. That's what I think is ignorance. Because literally it's ignoring. You're ignoring what's truly the problem.
Yeah, not definitely, but I don't think I look outward. I will.
You're literally just talking to you, I can tell you don't look outward.
Yeah. There are some things though that I definitely don't think is my fault. Some things I don't think I can put blame on myself for that. That just happened because of that. But there is definitely a lot of choices and a lot of thinking and understanding and belief that you put into some things that you're going to get out what you put in, like you said. So you have to think about what you want from it and how you are going to move forward from it. And that's what I do a lot of the time, and that's usually how I get what I want. When things don't sorry, go ahead.
Do you believe in manifesting? And the law of attraction?
Yeah, I just haven't done it a lot recently. Not like I haven't done manifesting, I haven't wanted anything really badly lately. I just kind of want stability. Like I just want to like feel better. So, other than that,
Write it as if you already do feel better. Like write down, I do feel better. And you might not believe it yet, but if you write it down and tell yourself that, I won't guarantee you, but I'll bet over time you will begin to feel better. There's something about writing it down and seeing it that clicks something in your subconscious. And like, I'm saying this with confidence from experience. You know, I write everything I want down as if I already have it.
I'll try it. This summer I plan to like revamp my life. Not revamp my life, because I actually kind of really like my life and I really like who I am. But, really like who I am? Yes, I do. But there's a lot of things that I think I could be doing better. And I hope to.
And you will.
Oh, there you go, cherry on top.
Any, you want to wrap this up?
Sure.
Any last words? Shout out to your mom and stuff like that? Get all your shout outs in.
Yeah, I would like to thank my mom. You've really laid the ground for me to walk on and build skyscrapers. So thank you. I'd like to thank my sister because I couldn't build those skyscrapers without you. Oh.
Because you're thanking them.
Yeah. I was meant to be Oprah one day. You should remember that because I will be.
And you probably fucking will be.
Oh, thank you, Ed. Okay, anyway. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, sister. Thank you, brothers. I hope you live up to your potential because you have a lot waiting for you because I'm kind of amazing. So good luck with that. I'd like to thank my friends too. I could not have gotten through this year without it.
Serena.
Oh, I love her. Oh, I love Serena. Ed, you and Serena would get along so well. You know what, Ed? I'm moving to Waltham.
Waltham?
Yeah.
No shit. That's where all my family lives.
Okay, well, I'm moving into their house. And Serena will be there.
All right, bet.
And you and Serena need to talk.
I'll meet Serena.
You need to change her life.
All right, bet.
I'm gonna start giving out guru services for you.
All right, word. I appreciate it. People always say that shit. All right, we
People
good?
say that you're a guru?
Nah. All right, peace out.